Go ahead.
Okay. Just for sake of the meeting and what's been brought up and direction given to Dr. O'Malley, I would just like the community to be informed that this was the first board to openly, willing talk with each other about gathering information for the community. There was a previous meeting for information on consolidation. That meeting was canceled. This board will continue to follow the rules of the Open Meetings Act. And we do show intent, and we may have people that want to be there. So if we do have a quorum, and we do have board members that do want to attend these public meetings, we will be posting a meeting. We will be following the rules and laws. So just so that's known, I want that on record. We are willing for information. We were blamed for the cancellation of the last meeting by following the rules of the Open Meetings Act. We are going to continue to follow the rules.
Just another an update on the Save the Band. We have 76 students signed up for Save the Band, and that's not including cadets that we will know those numbers more towards the end of September.
87 is up to now.
Okay, so 87 is
87.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
So we're hoping that number will rise up a little bit, especially with the fifth graders for beginning band. So usually those numbers are pretty good. So we're hopeful for that. So.
What was our target? 125. 125.
And that's including fifth grade. Like for example, I have a fifth grader that I didn't check off due to the fact that she never she wants to first test it out.
Right.
So
okay.
Where we at? Okay. Public participation.
Okay. Introduction to the public comment section. At each regular or special meeting, which is open to the public, the Illinois School Code and board policy require that members of the public and the board's employees be afforded time to comment or ask questions. The board's agenda designates this portion of the meeting to recognize those visitors and provide an opportunity for comments or to ask questions. The board asks that speakers identify themselves and limit comments or questions to no more than 5 minutes. The 5 minutes may be shortened if the president must conserve time to give the maximum number of individuals an opportunity to speak. Speakers are reminded to conduct themselves with respect and civility towards others. The board also requests that speakers refrain from identifying individual students or staff. Speakers who choose to identify specific students or staff do so at their own risk. Please keep in mind that the opportunity to engage in public comment at a school board meeting does not insulate speakers from libel or violation of privacy. Lastly, if someone wishes to present an unresolved complaint to the board requests that you contact Dr. O'Malley. Thank you, and the board now looks forward to your comments and questions. Our first person, Maria Lala.
Oh, I must have
Put you on the spot.
Is it?
okay.
Jenny Lee, is it Rago?
I filled out the wrong paper as well.
Okay.
She's gonna be one of our hired.
Nicole Rusak.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm going to stand up and
Whatever you want to do.
Okay, so first I'd like to compliment, I was in Lee School last year doing Friday folders, and they had someone go in the wrong entrance during school. And it was right after they took a safety course, and Ms. Guzik had to call a soft lockdown. And she was so calm that we as volunteers didn't really know what was going on, and they handled it so professionally, and everything, turned out okay, obviously. But I just want to comment on that made me feel really good. Okay. Secondly, though, I have a daughter going to Giles, and I've been reading through the minutes, and I have a concern, and I just want to know where we are, and wondering where we are with this, as far as the phone's not working and the fire alarms being a major concern for most of the board members. So I want to see where we are, and if those aren't still working, do we have a plan if something does happen? How our communication is going to be, how are we going to keep these kids safe?
Would you like us to answer that? Mm-hmm. So Mike and I sit on the Buildings and Grounds Committee, as you know. So as you heard in the last month's meeting, we did set aside funds to do phones and the smoke alarms. Shortly after that meeting, we were presented with an opportunity through the village, through the municipality, to apply for a grant called the SPVV, which is through the municipal building, through our municipal, from our police department. And basically, there were certain things in that grant that were highly recommended that that's what you kind of go for the money, requesting the monies. So one of the things that was on there was phones, security cameras, things of that nature. Technology makes some changes. So Dr. O'Malley, with the help of the grant writer through the municipality, with Chief Disselhorst, we decided, because you can't purchase the items. So if we would have purchased, we were in the process of getting ready to purchase the new phones for Giles and for Lee. And we decided that we were going to take that opportunity, since now we were presented with an opportunity through this grant to go for the phones and the security cameras at the same time. So that's the way we wrote up the grant, and now we're just waiting for a response back on the allocation of the funds from that grant. If for whatever reason we are not awarded the whole amount, we are still going to move forward with our original plan of updating the phones, because we originally had that money in our budget, okay? So it will get done. One way or another, it will get done. And then we had the security cameras, and what was the other?
Fire
Oh, the
alarms.
fire alarms. We're moving forward with that. Hatter is working on securing
The bids.
for that,
Okay, so
because that is about a $50,000 plus project.
can I ask just then what there's, a major event?
Well, our office
it's a
is-
big school.
Our office is equipped with a phone,
Okay.
so, in the event of an emergency, I would imagine that our staff would use their phones if need be. I can't
But
imagine.
the phone
that they-
work, so the phone actually does work if you dial out. So
So it
it dials out.
outside.
It's when you dial in, it rings. It just rings one phone, and they don't have the ability to transfer that. So if you call in, you ask for, Mrs. Guzik, more than likely they'll say, "Great, what's your number?" She'll call you back when she's free. But they can't transfer you to that number. But they could dial out. They could, all that other stuff. So
Right. So my concern is, and I get that, I know you guys are doing your best, but my concern is should everyone be warned at once? Is there an intercom system? That's what I'm wondering.
there's an intercom and there's a panic button also.
Okay.
We both.
So-
In principle, well, there's a panic button.
Okay.
Just
So
leave it at that.
everyone will see the panic button.
Yeah, and the principal actually carries a panic button on them that's directly connected to the police department.
Okay.
It's at both schools.
So
And
they
the-
know if someone's in the school that's not supposed to be in the school, or if it's a fire, or is there different codes? How does that work?
Well, the
How
smoke
do you know what
alarms,
the panic's for?
the smoke alarms were, as what it is, right now, we're grandfathered in. We were grandfathered
Yeah, I heard
in
that, yeah.
on that. So, but as a concern of the board, we're not accepting that. So we've been trying to find ways to secure the monies to put the smoke detectors in where we need them down here in the 5th grade wing. So there are some, but there's not what is guidelines for now, for a newer building or whatever. So there is, it is there.
They still have something.
We have it there, and we're grandfathered in on it. But we're saying that we need to upgrade it, because God forbid anything happens and everything like that. We don't want. Let's just leave it at that. We want to upgrade it and go from that point. We've talked about it enough, and we're moving forward and upgrading it to get it to the systems. We finally been able to work around some of the money issues and stuff on that, so we're going to take care of that.
Okay, so a timeline, did you?
We're just, to be honest with you, they gave us a timeline of 90 days for the grant.
Oh,
It could be sooner.
that was
It
July.
could take the full 90 days. Yes.
Was that July?
Yeah, it was submitted
Mid-July.
mid-July.